Well, howdy, y'all. Rude Ronnie Davy, the happiness lady, reaching out to y'all from the Choosing Happiness podcast. It is just a choice. Seriously. I am so thrilled and honored to have my next podcast guest on. I adore this man beyond the beyonds, and he's so beautiful. So if you are not on YouTube, you better hop on over there to check out this beautiful man, Mr. Daniel, my brother, Von Borstel. Woo! The crowd goes wild. We're all dancing.
Goes crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm so thrilled to enjoy this beautiful podcast with Rudrani, which is one of the first access consciousness facilitators. Besides that, is one of the most joyful beings that I have engaged with. And every time I see her, we just crack up and laugh, and we create classes and we create experiences and moments. And that's what we're inviting you today.
Yes, indeed. Because Dan and I decided we's going to teach a class together because we kind of, I don't know, he's like my spirit animal and I can't get enough of him. So we are planning to do what is it we're doing? A Being You one-day class in Puerto Vallarta.
In the beautiful coast with the amazing ocean, beautiful weather, tropical, hot, and obviously with our bodies so turned on, which is another thing that we're inviting you. It is required for you to love your body, to caress your body, to include your body in your life experience. This life experience is created with a lot of elements, elementals, chemical things. We wanted to have it easy for you. So enjoy your body, enjoy everything you do. And that's what we're going to invite you in this Being You class. And that's what we're actually inviting you every day on every video, on every class that we're on or we're facilitating. And Rudrani and I have not only decided, choose, but committed to be happy, to exploding happiness, to fulfill every molecule in our body, and acknowledging that every molecule in our body is engaged with every molecule in the universe, and our nature, our essence is happiness. So it might sound super corny, but hey, it takes a lot of effort to be anxious, happy, be in any worry. So there's a lot of ways that we have found how to become this happiness 24/7 and invite every person with every step we take, with every laugh, with every place we go, take this happiness and just shower everybody with laugh and joy and good vibes. So we're going to share all these amazing tools that we know, that we manage, that you can also like explore, because you know all of this information. You just need to explore it and demand from yourself that no matter what happens, you're going to use everything in your favor and choose happiness. Just as this podcast, choose happiness is just a choice.
Thank you, Dan.
That's it.
I got to say, y'all, the first time I met this man, he kind of side-eyed me. And I thought, oh, he's giving me stink face. But I had been watching him, okay? Because this was the end of 2019. We were both in Brazil for Global Foundation. I didn't know who Dan was. He wasn't a certified facilitator yet. I didn't know if he was or he wasn't. But he had the energy or that presence. And he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And I'm like, dude, you're so amazing. And we connected. I mean, he didn't know. He kind of, I know this now later, that he kind of thought that I was, giving him down the road. Y'all know what that means. And, like I was dissing him, judging him. And I was like, checking him out and going, oh my God, this guy's got so much potency. I have to know this man. And I literally ran up to him. He looked very scared, y'all. But I ran up to him and I grabbed him. And I'm like, who are you? You're amazing. And he's like looking at me like, who, bitch? Sup? Who you be? And I got to tell y'all, and we connected more later in Access, but that was the beginning of a friendship that I am so thrilled and honored to have with this joyous man. I'm just saying, he is all man. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Praise Jesus. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Amen, sister.
So
let's engage with
yeah, you
man.
speak.
That
Dan, you take it.
Yeah, back then I was just like, it was such a roller coaster for me in my life. I was barely going super intense on the tools. So when I met you, I saw your power. But then again, I was just like, oh, is she judging me because I'm too loud? But when you came up to me, it was like, okay, let's level up. She's super powerful. She's just like a powerhouse of energy. So when we connected back then, it was just like, oh, who are you? Who you are? And that was it. But then I investigated you and I was like, damn, how did she even look at me on all over 2,000 people? If she's like a book writer, she's one of the best facilitators. She's been like doing so many things all over the world. And she has a smile that it's like a spell. If you just look at her, she has a spell on you, and now you're mine. That is her. So I was just like, damn. So I made sure that every time I saw her, I was like after her, like harassing her to become my friend. And now it's just so easy. We're like, so both of us are so transparent in like, hey, this, hey, that, go, let's move, let's do it. Let's go, let's remind of this or that. So
Yeah.
those are the relationships that are required nowadays. Everything has changed so much that change is one of your best tools. Light, what's light for you, what is true for you, what is comfortable for you is what you should follow. Those are the things that between Ru and I are so natural now, and that we're inviting you and a bunch of other basic and complex tools, which at the end, they're tools. You just need to use them because they work. They work 100%. And you are the creator of your own happiness at all times, or you are destroying your life, which at the end, everything has to work in your favor if you demand that out of yourself. So, yes, acknowledge that you're the creator, the destroyer, with every thought, feeling, emotion, every word, every movement, every gesture that you do, every hello or goodbye that you say. Everything you do creates. And I'm so honored to be in this podcast with this joyful bomb, sex bomb, and everything in between. And that's it. Enjoy your life. Enjoy everything that you're around.
Wow. Well, that was all amazing, and thank you so very much. Because I could totally flip the table. I'm such an admirer of yours because I love that you are willing to be all of you, no matter what. No right, no wrong, no good or bad. Because here's the thing, y'all. It's actually really easy to be you if you're willing to go there. But we have these from this reality. Oh, this reality, man. These preconceived notions that we're supposed to show up a certain way. And so what we do is we cut our arms and legs off. We mutilate ourselves to fit into what we think is going to work. And it's not even easy to do. But we've gotten so used to doing it. And this is why I admire this man so much. He's not willing to go there. Even if it scares the shit out of people. And I know that feeling because I am that loud, potent being that, people in some ways don't know how to receive. my family number one. God bless them, because they totally they chose me also. So I got to wonder about them as well, But the whole thing is this is what I love about Dan. I mean, we both love so much watching people step into who they truly be. And these tools, as Dan was mentioning, they're very simple. They're very simple if you're willing to actually go there. And this class, and we're talking about one day, y'all, could change your life if you're willing to go there. These simple tools, if you're actually willing to step into all of you. Oh my God, because here's the thing. What if you've been squandering from the world, the being that you be, which is what has been required? What if all this time you thought that who you were was not, was pathetic or whatever it is you come up with in your own damn head? And actually, that's exactly what this planet needs right now, and what could nurture the planet. And there are people looking for you as the example. And that's what I adore about Dan, because he's like, here I am, rock me like a hurricane. He's just there. He's just doing it. And he doesn't care if you like it or you don't like it. And it's such a gift. And so I'm so grateful that you're willing to be all of that, man of magnitude, super duper potent being that you be, and all the things. I got to ask you a question, though. What got you interested in Access anyway? Access Consciousness, y'all. This is the reason why we're both here. We're both part of this wonderful movement called Access Consciousness that Dr. Dane here and Gary Douglas are the co-founders of. And we are lucky enough to actually be a part of this movement. So what even got you interested in? Tell us about Dan, the man. We got to know some things about Chilton's.
I've done so many things. I've show jumped my horses professionally all over the world. I'm an attorney with masters in law and a lot of postgraduate studies on public and private law. I love running. I love going to the gym. I love my family. I love Puerto Vallarta. I love traveling. I love a lot of things. I do a lot of things, and a lot of people used to see me as, oh, you're all over the place. So when I found Access, I found oh, I can be everything. And that fucking question, sorry for the wording, of who you are, what is it for you, and all of those questions that are so out there in books and that force you to respond, to get to Access and know that, hey, dude, stay in the question, and that will lead you to a gazillion possibilities, to the infinite possibilities, was such a relief to me, because I was in a place in my life where I had tons of money. I was winning everything with the horses. I had whatever I wanted. I showed it up in my life, and I didn't feel a thing. Nothing will, and I didn't have that enthusiasm of life at all. And then a bunch of things happened that, of course, when you're wasting your time and you're not doing you, consciousness is gonna say, hey baby, go move. So don't wait until consciousness throw you a hard ball, because consciousness is not a hard thing. It's just super easy. In my case, it did throw me a couple of hard balls, and I was really traumatized about those things. And being in so many energetic and so many horse-assisted therapy trainings and stuff like that, I knew there had to be something that wouldn't take long to get me out of my system. All the fear, all the insecurities, all the low thinking about me. And I started running my bars every day for a month. And just since then, well, you saw me probably 3 or 4 weeks after all these things happened. So you knew me quite pretty new. I was very baby Access back then.
Wow.
Yeah, a month before we met, I started doing Access. And that's the thing. That's what I love showing these tools. That's what I love inviting people, because it's not even an effort anymore. It's like you like what you see, you like the freedom that I live with, you like that I don't have any burden in my body or in my being about all of this past. Do you like me being so me that I laugh at every possible way? And there's things that are serious, but then with your energy that you can extrapolate that to a different way of living. That's what we call magic. You believe in your own energy. So call us crazy, yeah, but everything is a molecular structure. And with these tools, you move the molecules of everything. So if you are one of those people like myself that there were not very many witches that knew all these things about it, you don't need to know very much. The tools from Access, from the Bars manual, lead you to change your whole life with ease, joy, and glory. So inviting you to all of this amazing class of being you, the class that we're having, Drew is facilitating it on the 11th, Relationship Done Different. It's a whole new world, a whole new world, so fantastic point of view. You're the singer. I just go along. I make the harmony with you.
You know, I wasn't even. Oh, I don't need this. I always have my props, y'all. So you have to go over to the YouTube and you can see my props. It's hard and it's black and it's about 6 inches long. And I put my mouth on it. It's called a microphone. Anyway, I didn't know Dan was going to talk about this. Joy. But he's actually hosting me for a Relationship Done Different class. I can hardly wait. Starting on Friday. And for those of you that's got to work during the day, we made it easy. We don't start until 5 o'clock. So clock out at least 15 minutes early and grab you a snack. Because 4 days, yes. 4 hours, and Relationship Done Different. Oh my goddess. Now that has freaking changed my whole world. You know, seriously. Because, you know, as we were discussing earlier, this reality impales upon us a lot of points of view of how we're supposed to show up. And what if you could actually create a relationship, that actually works for you, even with yourself, where you're not beating yourself up, like, I have to do this and look like this and dress like this and be like this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, what if you could actually have the relationship with you, you know, without a judgment, that leads to you, like Dan, being all of who he being him in the world. Because, you know, here's the thing. Why would you want to attract people being something you think you're supposed to be? Wouldn't it be a lot more fun if you were just being your own damn self and people showed up that you could play with and genuinely have fun with? I mean, I adore this man. Every time I see him, my face starts to hurt from smiling so hard. So, if you're looking for, and this is coming up really fast, we're going to have to throw this on YouTube right away for y'all, because it's Monday and this class stopped Friday. And I'm super excited to see what it'll do, because I have seen so much change. I'm going to give you a tiny example. I one time in a class had a woman that had initially taken the bars class from me with her fiance. And just a quick recap, y'all. The bars, just Google it, Access Bars. It's 32 points on the head that if you touch them in specific groupings, it's like a delete button. It gets rid of thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are keeping you stuck. So just a background, because we keep talking about bars. But so she and her fiance came to take a bars class, and they got married and all the things. And then about 4 years later, they're going through a divorce, and it happens. And she took this Relationship Done Different class with me. And what came out of it was they went to sign papers. And she said, this man turns me on so much, I just couldn't even look at him. But we could not live together or be together. But she said, what we could do is not sign these papers. You live in your house, I live in my house, and we just have dates. And we stay married. We have all the benefits from being married and all the things. But what if we were to actually look at this relationship a different way? Why do we have to do it like everyone else? And to this day, as far as I know, that's how they're conducting their relationship. They've made it more of a creationship where it creates more for both of them. Because what Gary Douglas says is, and I love this so much, if you're not creating more with a partner, there's no point. And the sex better be really freaking good, y'all, or you're going to become disinterested very quickly. So that's my little story about relationship done different, where I saw it really change this couple's lives. And, maybe you can't live with the person that that you screw. Excuse me. Did I say that out loud? Anyway. So I'm very excited about this class also. And grateful for you, Dan, for being willing to host it. So, what else? Oh,
I lost you for a second.
Oh, we love the internet.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was hearing you, but I lost just my sound for a second. So yeah, come to this class, come to the Bingu class, and enjoy this podcast, which is amazing. Her voice is amazing. Every piece of her energy is so joyful. So I'm so honored to be here. So grateful. And please be yourself as much as you can.
Indeed. So if you were going to, I got to ask you this, at least this question.
And
you are on the Choosing Happiness podcast. So Dan, tell our listeners, because I know they want to know, what do you do to get Joe happy on? Is there like your favorite tool, or is there something that you do? I mean, I know you love your horses and you love your life and all the things, but what is it that you do for yourself that creates your happy?
follow what's light for me, what works for me, what's just gonna nurture my body, my being, um basically what's light. What's light, it's what's true for you. It doesn't feel like anything. What is uncomfortable, I don't go there. I committed myself of being with people that truly nurture my life and I nurture their lives, and we cooperate in infusing prosperity in all areas of our lives. That is a relationship done different to me. That's being me, and that's my demand. It's a demand of yourself. You have to demand it of you. That's how I do it. And basically, what's light, what's light, what's light? It's not that hard. It used to be.
That's amazing. It's like when I wake up, I'm so uber connected to my body. I mean, I hug my body. I'm like, oh, we're still here. How cool is that? Where should we put our attention today, body? And it's funny because sometimes, my body wants coffee. Sometimes it doesn't want it. It always wants to go for a walk. It always wants to get in the hot tub at least, 90% or more of the time. And it's this interesting thing because you were talking about this light heavy tool. So I'm just going to say that's probably one of your favorite tools to get you happy on. I always go where my body goes. And for those of you not on YouTube, I just kind of pulled my hands out like it's like my body gets excited, like, the tail wagging the dog. If something makes my cells dance, I go in that direction. And I never know what it's going to be. But if I follow that knowing, it's always going to lead me to my happy. So that's what I love more than anything.
Exactly. So, and
Dan,
what you just said is so great, because this reality gets you into a density. It gets you into a density. It gets you into limitations and problems and so much uncomfortable. What you just said, that moment when you expand, when you go beyond, when you know that you're bigger than any problem, bigger than any symptom in your body, bigger than anybody yelling at you on the street, bigger than anything that you haven't accomplished. It's, oh, okay, I have tons of possibilities of creating a new life rather than focusing on um, what I don't have or what I don't be. That expanding rather than contracting. Thank you for that, because that is an amazing tool that I've seen a lot out there. And it's basically that
Mhm.
expand out. You know your energy, you know how to do everything because energy follows your command. So just ask body, being, everything, spend out. And that's it.
I love it. So, where can my peeps find you if they're looking for you, beautiful man, Dan the
I'm
man?
here in Puerto Vallarta right now. I'm going to be traveling all over the world because we have so many classes. We have a lot of things to do. But you can see me at Being Your Class with Drew. And on the 11th, if you know anybody that speaks any language, relationship done different, it is an experience that energetically will explode you into a different space of engaging with a lot of new people, doing commerce, love, family, everything will be just so much different if you allow yourself to use the tools dynamically one after the other until it's like.
And it's not just in English, it's also in Spanish because Dan the man going to be translating. So this is an opportunity for those of you that, would still like to experience this and speak of the Spanglish. I mean the Spanish. So all the things.
Yes.
Well, my love, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for your time and your beautiful energy and for all you be. I'm so grateful, and I look forward to playing with you again and again and again. And it's starting Friday. How do we get so lucky? So if y'all enjoyed this podcast, please hit the subscribe button so you'll be able to find us. I'll make sure I have all the deets on where to find Dan in the world so that you can harass him like I do. And also the sign up information for both classes that we talked about. So thank you again, Dan. You're the best. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Love yourself, love your body, love your surroundings. And love Ru.
Woo woo.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao for now, y'all. Mwah.